This time on a very chemically assisted Tricks and Tribulations, I'm going to be doing the Godzilla Flip Challenge. Let's do it. Welcome back to Rad Rat Video, a channel where I do all kinds of skateboarding things, including things that I probably shouldn't do, like skate while I'm sick. I'm actually pretty sick right now. I've been sick all week. It's now Saturday. Thursday I was pretty much dead. I was fever through the roof, every blanket on in the house, shivering uncontrollably. But today it's gonna be cold but clear out so I could film. Tomorrow it won't be on Sundays, so like I kind of have to skate today. I looked it up. Jake, can you stop please? Sorry, Jake is trying to dig up a bone or bury one, I don't know. Anyway, I looked it up on the internet and it says that if your illness is neck and up, like sore throat, congestion and stuff, it's okay to exercise. So I'm just gonna take that at face value and go for it. Today what I'm gonna try to do is 2 different freestyle tricks with Godzilla in the name. The first one is a rail flip with a body varial the opposite way, which should not be too hard. I've done this trick a ton of times. You can do a 2 or 3 flips. I'm gonna see if I can get it with 3 just to mix things up a little bit. And then the other one, I will show you if I manage to get this one done. So let me give it a try. So going into this, I was legitimately expecting it to take a couple of tries or be impossible. Because I've done this before, so I wasn't really expecting it to be a huge challenge, but I was worried about whether health-wise I would actually be able to do it. So a couple attempts in, and I haven't landed it yet, or landed over it, or landed it sketchy or anything like that. So I'm not feeling great about that, but I am at least feeling enough energy to get up in the air and flip the board and stuff like that, which was not a guarantee either. So I'm a little bit unsure of how the day is going to go. Then I landed to rail on accident. I have done that on purpose before, but I am not going to do that today. I do kind of prepare for it though. If you see when I land I kind of freeze, that's just a stationary freestyle thing. Like you can't land and follow through, land and carve or anything like that. If you want to look clean, you basically have to land dead stationary. And then again, I almost landed to the opposite rail. I flipped a little bit too much and a little bit too little. And then there it is, but just a double. Okay, fun fact about that is that took me about 5 minutes, and I had to go inside for 20 minutes to recover after that because I was just not feeling great. I really wanted to go for the triple, but at some point I was just like, this isn't even the main trick I'm going for. Let me just put down the double and then I can move on because I don't have enough energy to really do anymore. So the next trick is the Godzilla Flip. Okay, and the Godzilla Flip is an impossible, but you start from tail stop, where your tail is touching the ground, you're stationary. You grab the nose with your front hand and you throw it around your back foot. So it's like a nose hook impossible, which is a different freestyle trick where you hook the nose with your front foot and pull it, and then you wrap it with your back foot. I've done that trick a lot of ways, lots of different variations, to cross foot, from cross foot. I've done it half cab. I've done that a lot, but I've never done it with my hand before, and that feels like it would be a lot harder. So I'm 6'2", and my limbs are really long, but like if I'm trying to jump and have my arm like still stretching out, seems like that'll be pretty tough. I don't know how easy this one is going to be, especially on today of all days, given how I'm feeling and how 5 minutes of skating wiped me out. But I'm going to give it a shot anyway and see if I can put it down. Okay, I'm not going to try to build up some fake suspense because I landed this trick in about 4 minutes, which was shocking to me. Based on my first attempt there even, like the board, it feels really weird. You're trying to pull the board backward, but you also have to scoop your foot forward, but you're scooping from stationary with the tail already on the ground, so it doesn't want to move. And then a couple tries in, I got it to actually flip. And it didn't wrap right or anything, but you know, it kind of got me believing that the trick may be possible. So I keep on going, and it really doesn't take me that long. It's just a weird new feeling trick, which is something you get a lot in freestyle, where your body's in a different type of position than it normally is. But once you can adapt the motion that you're used to, you can start to actually land the trick. So I'm starting to get close. I get a little bit of a wrap here and there, and then I get a text. I completely forgot that my phone was in my pocket. I never try to have my phone in my pocket to make sure I don't break it when I fall or something like that. But I think I did sort of technically land that one, and I definitely did land that one. And it wrapped not that bad either, but I wanted to keep going just to make sure I got one on camera that looked decent. That one wrapped probably the best out of all of them, to be honest with you, but I kept going. I got a few more. I was starting to get them almost every try. I'm not cutting out any attempts here. I was trying to cut down the amount of wait time between when I grabbed and when I jumped. Try to do it in a little bit of a smoother motion. And I figured this one looks pretty decent in slow-mo as well. Definitely not the coolest looking wrap, but it works. Okay, that went down so much easier than I thought it would be. Not only was it easy, but I like instantly got consistent at it, which is ridiculous. I've never done that trick before. It felt weird at first. There's a really weird combination of like, you've got to start it with your hand, but it's still your foot, you know, it's still an impossible. You still got to wrap it with your foot, but it feels really weird because you're trying to like tip the board back because you can't scoop forward because the tail's on the ground. Like it's kind of weird, but as soon as you get it, it just kind of works. I don't think I got the cleanest looking amazing wraps you've ever seen in your life. That's why I did so many of them, because I'm hoping one of them looks kind of good. But with your hand, you can't really get it straight up, just because you can't really like be sucking your legs up but also have your hand like where your knees are. You know, it's gonna be a little bit flatter just because of that. But I think one of those probably turned out well. And because that was so easy, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try to get the Godzilla Railflip triple the way that I originally wanted to. So let's give that a shot. So after building up my confidence by learning a new trick and landing it in a couple of attempts, I figure I can go out and try it. And that was my first attempt. My shoe is still kind of wet from walking around in all the mud, hitting the record button on all my cameras. So the first attempt did not go great. But the second one flips a lot better, at least. One of the weird things about this trick is that it's harder to see. So you're jumping and you're kind of looking through your knee. In fact, I do land one earlier right there. That is it right there. That was a triple. But I couldn't see it well enough to be sure that it flipped 3 times. I thought it was double, and I didn't have an easy way to check the camera or anything without getting my shoes wet again, so I just kept going, and then I got it again. Again, I still had that little bit of a problem with the board spinning too much and then me having to spin less to make up for it, but in freestyle it doesn't really technically matter. Okay, I got that one too. I did not expect that to go down so easy. I don't know, maybe I should skate when I'm sick more. That kind of just worked out. I feel like I can skate a little bit more after this even. I probably shouldn't, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm feeling kind of stoked about it. I got both versions of the Godzilla flip, the Godzilla flip and the Godzilla Railflip. Every trick that I know of with Godzilla in the name, which was just kind of a fun thing to do. I had a different trick in mind for today. But when I tried it, I got really dizzy. There's some spinning involved, and that's not working for me today. So I'm going to maybe show you that next weekend, maybe, if it's nice out. I don't know. I can only really skate on weekends because after work, the sun's down, so I can't really, well, I can't film. I could maybe skate, but it's pretty tough to see anyway. So that's it for now. If you like these videos, make sure you subscribe by tapping my logo on the screen. There's also some more videos YouTube thinks you might like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.